Welcome to Bloodbath and Beyond. Today we review Friday the 13th Part 6, Jason Lives. Evil lives forever.
Written and directed by Tom McLoughlin, starring Thom Mathews, Jennifer Cooke, David Kagen, and CJ Graham. In this movie, Tommy Jarvis decides to seek out Jason's body to make sure that he's dead.
Jason belongs in hell. I'm gonna see he gets there.
In doing so, he accidentally resurrects him via lightning, and now zombie Jason is on the attack to kill camp counselors at Camp Crystal Lake. It's up to Tommy and Megan, the sheriff's daughter, to come up with a plan to prevent another Camp Blood incident.
Wherever the red dot goes, you bang.
Today we're going to be talking spoilers because when it comes to big franchises like this, most people have already seen them, and so we just want to talk about some of our favorite parts and some of our favorite kills. So what do we like? I'm a big fan of Zombie Jason. I think he just looks too cool, especially when we first see Jason and he doesn't have his mask on. He's just like this rotted corpse, and you're like, oh, this is a different Jason than we've seen before, and he's much more brutal. And this is where he becomes basically invincible. I mean, he seemed invincible anyway, but now it's like confirmed. Yeah, you can't kill this guy.
Yeah, you take like 4 shotgun blasts and you just like get right back up. This is like Undertaker level. I love the reasoning for why Jason was like brought back to life. Purely act of God, just this whole thing where Tommy's like, that's it, I'm doing the double tap. Let's have lightning strike to resurrect him. Let's have it rain all of a sudden as you're about to like throw the match on him. It was meant to be. I liked it.
Although his buddy was fucking useless. He brought the shovels and that's it. Even though he was like constantly like, I don't want to do this. It's like, then why'd you come?
There's his grave. Okay, let's go.
He actually tried to help Tommy out and we got our first really cool kill.
Yeah, this is like the punch through the chest with the heart in hand. This is one of the more memorable in the franchise for me, and I absolutely love it.
I did like our variety of kills too. It's just really nice how Jason used the environment to kill people.
You're gonna be the death of me.
I think one of the more entertaining ones is in the RV when he like smashes the head through and you see like the metal mold of her face. It's cheesy, but it actually is really funny.
One of my favorites is when he still had the pole and the girl's in the water. I got out my Amex and $40, like, leave me alone. And then he just shows up and just hits her right in the face with the pole. I think that was just too cool. And of course we did get some multi-kills. We got the triple head decapitation, which was always funny. And the double motorcycle one. Why not? If you can, just do it.
When it comes to like raw strength, in this one, Jason was like squishing skulls where boogers were squirting out. And let's not forget about the body fold.
The body fold is really sick.
Which I find hilarious that Tommy thinks a chain is going to stop Jason. He can fold a man's body in half. He's gonna rip that chain.
But he didn't. He was secure at the bottom, which I really liked. I liked Tommy's plan on how to kill Jason.
You're gonna be sorry.
I hope not.
And not even necessarily kill him. He just wants to keep him somewhere stationary and just leave him there, which is a danger because he's not that deep. Like, he even just grabbed Megan's foot when she swam out to rescue Tommy. I think he should have just kept going and maybe like done it way deeper because the next kids that go swimming there are gonna get gobbled up by him.
Gobbled up.
Well, he's not eating them like sharks, but he's gonna grab them and maybe pull them under or something.
I just like Tommy's reaction too when like Jason goes like full under. He's like, this isn't a part of the plan. Like, he thought like Jason was just gonna walk out and be like, whoop, put the little hoop around you.
I don't know what he was thinking. But I like Tommy Jarvis as a character in general. I liked him and his back and forth with the sheriff.
You're gonna be sorry you didn't listen to me.
You're gonna be sorry if you don't shut up.
Obviously, the sheriff doesn't believe this guy. He's just come out of like the psych ward. Like, I wouldn't believe him either. But I like that he stuck to his guns and he's like, nah, man, we need to figure this shit out. And Megan believed him, kind of. I think she just wanted to get some D.
No, she called him Hot Lips.
Come on, Hot Lips, let's go.
And then she made him look at her hot lips.
Stay down.
Whatever you say.
The only reason that she's actually like going along with Tommy's plan is because she just wanted to get some.
He's kind of cute.
Megan?
Her whole MO is just like, I'm picking you up and we're going for a ride and you're gonna give me some head.
That's what I want.
And can I just say, she's like the best driver ever. She's got a dope ass car and she's like doing 180s and just driving like a madman. She's great.
Speaking of driving, the RV stunt looked awesome. They basically blew up like a full RV. And that look, the shot of Jason climbing out and standing on top was like the icing on the cake.
We better turn around.
Why?
Because I've seen enough horror movies to know any weirdo wearing a mask is never friendly.
I actually liked how sneaky Jason was in this one. There was some good fake outs and the pacing of his attacks. It had you guessing. You didn't know when he was gonna come out.
Especially that little girl, she knew. She's like, I've seen a monster, guys. Like, she's like Tommy Jarvis. No one's believing her either. They're like, just close your eyes and count to 10 or whatever the fuck.
I don't know which one's better. The surprise attack in the RV when he pops out of the washroom. Or when like the door is like flopping open in the wind.
That one I think was the most surprising because you thought he was gone. You're like, oh, it's just the wind, and then bam. I loved it.
When he's like creeping in the window nonstop. Like that's like good cinematography. Camera just like tilts up and you just have Jason creeping in the window.
I liked when Paula was walking and Jason is walking like at the exact same speed. And you're just like, when is she gonna look over and see him? It was really cool. This was probably one of my favorite Jasons because he was not only intimidating, he had a massive variety of kills, he looked badass, the maggot face is the best, and he used a variety of weapons. I just like that he was versatile. I mean, sure, he kept going back to the cleanest machete I've ever seen in my life. It looked like it was plastic.
It was brand new because they went on company like paintball trip.
But are they mirror shiny? I don't think so. I don't know. If you guys are big machete enthusiasts, let me know. Is this common? I probably have only seen like black machetes, to be honest. I also really liked Deputy Rick, who is like the worst actor, I think.
I'll order up some body bags.
Our boy sure wants us to believe his story.
Well, he picked the right day to pull this shit.
I know that seems like a dislike, but everything he said was hilarious.
Wherever the red dot goes, you bang.
And of course, the score was fantastic. This was done by Harry Manfredini. Anytime that Jason is like lurking around, even if he isn't there, all the fake outs still have this building tension. I really, really enjoyed the music in this. Now, what didn't we like?
I appreciated all the kills we had. It just would have been nice to see a few solid on-screen kills. Like we had the heart one, but I wanted to see more.
You do see the kills, but like they're not as gruesome, that's for sure. Like there's a lot less blood in this one, it seemed, even though the body count is pretty high. Even like the triple decapitation, but there's no blood spraying. I don't even think you see the heads. It's just like, okay, they're dead. I kind of wish that Jason wasn't in the RV because the way that Court was driving and Nikki was just like flying to the back of the RV, I could have watched that for an hour. I really wish they went wherever they wanted to go doing the same thing because that was hysterical.
Woo! Well, this baby jam, let me tell you, for a big truck, it's not bad at all.
Too bad they did have like a insert shot of Jason in the washroom, him just like, whoa.
Yeah, exactly.
This is great.
This doesn't necessarily bother me, but it is worth pointing out. I didn't like how Megan's character was just like right into Tommy, like instantly.
Megan, stay away from him. He's dangerous.
Hey, people like the bad boys apparently. She just walks up to his cell and it was just immediate attraction. She's like, I will do anything for this guy now. Now it's time for our final thoughts and ratings. Jason Lives is one of my favorite of the whole franchise, and for good reason. Jason is an absolute badass. He looks cool, he kills in many different ways. We have the return of Tommy Jarvis now as an adult who you actually care for because you know that he just wanted to make sure that Jason's dead, but unfortunately he kind of screwed up. But when he realized he unleashed hell, he came up with a great way to take care of Jason, and he didn't really make any bad decisions. I liked Tommy, I liked Megan, and the rest of our counselors were pretty cool. I mean, they weren't very fleshed out, but they didn't need to be because the way that this movie was paced, you didn't really need to build the characters that much for you to be invested because, I mean, at the end of the day, it's a Friday the 13th movie and everyone's dying all the time, so there's not that much time to learn about everybody. I love the cinematography, I love the stunt work, and of course the music played a massive part in driving up the suspense, so I really appreciated that. Any dislikes I would have would be too nitpicky to mention, so I'm gonna give this 4.5 have a bloody nice days out of 5.
This was definitely a fun installment in the Friday the 13th franchise because I liked how simple it was. You had a good reason for Jason coming back to life and killing everybody. You have a reoccurring character from a previous film, which is always a nice touch. You have tons of kills and they're all done differently. Jason looks cool, he's unstoppable, he's just a badass. Even though we don't see all the kills, they're still impactful because of how the characters died. The setting, the cinematography, the score, everything was great to create this atmosphere because as it all takes place at night, it makes for more tense moments as Jason is like creeping through and you don't know when he's gonna come out. So with that being said, I gave this film 4.5 sexercise workouts out of 5.
Keep it up to the end of the song.
How much longer?
It's only 10 more minutes.
As always, thank you for watching. Like this video and comment below with your thoughts on the film if you've seen it. If you haven't and you do want to check it out, links are in the description. And if this is your first time here, make sure you subscribe to the channel, stay up to date with everything Bloodbath and beyond.